Hi guys, and welcome to a little update video. I think it's about time I did one of these. It's been a couple of weeks since I said I was going to, and I finally got round to it today. So sorry it's a bit late. I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible, but you know when I say brief, that usually ends up with me rambling for half an hour. So I'm going to try to cut it down as much as I can to try and keep these points quite short and concise. I've zoomed the camera out a little bit so that it's not quite as zoomed in on my face as it would have been during normal face cam, but I do apologise if I'm still massive on the screen. It's the best I can really do. So I quickly wanted to just kind of go over my plans for FM19 with the game coming out on, what is it, the 2nd of November, which is bloody early. It feels like it's a lot earlier than normal. It's basically a month away from now. So I wanted to kind of set out my plans for what I plan on doing with the channel, the teams, the saves, and all sorts of other stuff in this short little video, which is probably already going to be about 15 bloody minutes. So first things first, the main save on the channel that we're going to be starting off with, not on the beta, the actual proper save. That is going to be a rebuilding save, of course. I've mentioned this in a lot of videos, but some of you might have missed that bit. We're going to be doing rebuilding Stockport. So we've done rebuilding Portsmouth in the past. I did rebuilding Fulham very originally back on the day on FM14, I think it was. We've done rebuilding Wimbledon, and this time we're going to be doing what I kind of see as the ultimate rebuilding save. In that Stockport are the team that have been the highest and have fallen the lowest out of all the teams. There was a brilliant news article someone sent me that actually explained that that was the case. So that is why we're doing them. At one point, they were as high as the championship in not even that long ago. I believe it was actually this millennium, this side of the 2000s as well. And now they find themselves languishing in, I believe it was the 6th tier, so Conference North. So it'll be the lowest I've ever started for a rebuilding save too. So that's going to be a fascinating start for us because we're going to be starting 2 divisions lower than we normally do. So I think it's going to be quite an epic save, if you don't mind me saying. So that is going to be the plan for the main save. Now, obviously, we're going to need a manager for that, and I'm going to put a poll in the description to this video with the vote for the new manager, basically. So you know how I always do this. I always pick a regen, always has to be a regen because, you know, legal reasons, to be the manager of the next save. It can be any regen from the past. I'm going to put the poll in there. I've tried to list as many as possible from when I asked you guys on a video about 3 or 4 months ago who you'd like to see, and I'll include some of the guys from B67 on there as well. So you should be able to find the player that you want on there. Just drop him a vote, and the winner, of course, I don't know how long I'll leave the poll up for, but we'll see, will of course become the manager of Stockport, because obviously when the save comes out as well, I'll also be giving away at least 1 copy of FM19 to sort of celebrate the release of the game fully as well, so that'll be fun. Now, as for the beta save, since it's only usually about 10 days, 2 weeks at beta, I've done weird stuff in the past. I've done, well, I did Hidden Dragon with Wales last time, but this time I'm just going to do things nice and simple. I'm just going to do a quick little Fulham save because it is my club and I've not really had a chance to do a proper one since I very much started this channel. We're just going to do a quick save with Fulham. Probably won't get past more than about 10-15 episodes at the very most. And the idea of that is I'm actually going to try and recreate the tactics that Slaviša Jokanovic uses with Fulham and see how well they work in FM. That's if I can create them to the best of my knowledge. And I feel I got a pretty good idea of the way that we play. So I'm going to be trying to do that in the beta save, basically. I do also have some other plans for the beta, but I'm not going to talk to you guys about that just yet. That'll have to be a surprise. As for the scope of where to kind of go after Stockport, I'm not really sure at this point. We've got a long time to think about that. It might be a brand new type of save, like kind of was with B67, although it was still kind of the building a nation style thing. We might try that again, but I might try something fresh. Might go back to Sleeping Giants. I've only ever done one of those, and it was my favourite save ever. We've also got the From the Shadows, which I've only ever done one of as well, and that one kind of got stymied due to the illnesses and whatnot. Never really got finished in a satisfactory way. There's also Outcast to Icons. More on that in a minute, though. Now, with the new release of the new game, I'm going to be changing the format of videos and schedule on the channel. Now, since I come back to YouTube, I've only been doing videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and sometimes there's been little other ones in between with analysis stuff and all that jazz. But the main videos have been Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. They've generally been between sort of 22 and up to 25 occasionally minutes. And I kind of feel like I could get away with that because I wasn't doing videos every day. So people wouldn't get quite so fatigued with the slightly longer videos. I know some of you like the longer videos, and I do of content I'm massively into, prefer really long videos, but sometimes if it's something I'm just really enjoying but I can't keep up with it, I prefer shorter videos with content I'm watching, basically, and it means I turn off less often to that type of content. So with FM19, I'm obviously going to be changing the type of videos I make. So firstly, it's going to be going from 3 videos a week up to 6, which is going to be nice. So you're going to get more content regardless. And those videos will be on Sunday through to a Friday. Saturday will be the only day where there's no videos. The reasoning behind that is simply that Saturday, everybody's watching the football. There's football on constantly. You don't need more, do you? Come on. As for the actual videos themselves, they will be shorter than they currently are. Probably around anything between 13 and 17 minutes. Maybe transfer ones will be a little bit longer because obvious reasons. I will be moving from doing the double live comms that I've been doing back to doing the single ones, leaving it on extended but chopping it up so I can make it more tight and compact. I will still do double live comms from time to time, but it means the videos would be way too long, or I could compress them and it wouldn't be enough time to actually have good detailed stuff. Now you might think, oh, the video is going to be shorter, so it's less detailed. No. As a result of making the videos shorter but doing twice as many, you're still actually going to get more content overall, and it means that I can take my time and go into things in a little bit more depth, and we can sort of build the story almost a little bit slower, but we will still progress quicker, if that makes sense. So more content, shorter episodes, but still moving fast at a nice pace where we can go in slightly more deep dives. And I'm looking forward to jumping deep into the new tactics systems and the new training systems and just trying out all the new things that the game has to offer, frankly. And it's going to be fun to do that. I'm going to be going back to basically toddler level quality of actually playing at this game. And I don't think I'm any good at it to begin with. So can you imagine what it's going to be like when the new one comes out? So that's basically the gist with that. They're going to be much more tightly, well, about as tightly edited as they are now, maybe a little bit more. I've got some plans for that to really, what I think is going to improve the videos. I want to make them fun, funny, entertaining, but also informative to a certain level. I don't take myself seriously enough to pretend that I'm informing anyone of anything. So be very careful if I say something that sounds authoritative. It's probably not, and it's wise not to listen, or at least check with an adult first. The analysis videos will be remaining, but you won't have to watch those to actually maintain sort of an interest in the series. Those are just for like people that really want to deep dive into that sort of stuff. They'll go up the same day as the final episode of the season, unless there's a Saturday there and it lines up that I'll put them up on the Saturday as well. So that's basically how that's going to work. And I might also do some other little stuff in between when I get the chance. Like I want to bring back the March to Safety ideas with some of the scenario databases I made in the past, where I've simmed in the future loads and found teams that are in weird states and tried to save or promote or all sorts of stuff over just short spells of games, basically. So I want to try some of the stuff of that as well. Now, final topic for the night, or the day, or whenever you're watching this, is streaming. Now, I know I said a couple of months ago that I was going to start streaming, but there's been a few obstacles in the way of that. Well, two main obstacles, really. Firstly, my internet. Weirdly, even though I have 2 internet connections, this computer's Wi-Fi card is busted and it doesn't seem to, I need to get that sorted, but I've been using an Ethernet cable. But the problem is the hub that the Ethernet cable connects to has really patchy internet sometimes, and it will just drop out randomly, and that is not conducive to good streaming quality. So I need to find a way to connect to my other hub, which is a bit more difficult. Don't want to go into that right now. But yeah, so I'm going to try and sort that out, hopefully. That's one issue that should be solved very, very soon. So that should be an obstacle gone. And the other issue has just simply been anxiety, frankly. One of the reasons I sort of stopped doing YouTube is that anxiety got really bad. And I don't think that was due to YouTube. It was just, it weren't helping, let's put it that way. And streaming is a totally different kettle of fish to making videos. Making videos like this, I'm in total control. I can edit, I can do what I need to do. Everything is within my control. Streaming is it looks fun as hell, and I've done it in the past and it's been fun, but I think I need to get over that initial obstacle of just doing it, and then we'll be good to go. So the plan is I'm going to start streaming, basically. Now, as for when the streams will be, I've got some free time now on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, so that's sort of one time when I can hopefully slip in a few hours of streaming on both of those days is the plan, but also some evening sessions too, because I do understand that a lot of people won't be able to watch those. So I do want to slip in some evening ones, but those will be the ones that will almost be concrete locked in once we start doing it. As for uploading the streams to YouTube, a few people have said this. I don't know if I want to do that or not, because I don't know if I want to flood my channel with that sort of stuff, because I think it would just dilute what I want to make, and it might not be the same effect as if you were watching the streams. I understand that can be difficult when people miss them, but I'm still not entirely sure about that one. If I can find a way that I think I can do it that won't disrupt the channel too much, then yes, I'll happily be doing that. The streaming will be on Twitch though, not YouTube. I might do some live stream stuff on YouTube, but it won't be that save. It will be specific stuff to do with the main saves, potentially like live transfer windows at some point and live cup finals and stuff, which I said I wanted to do. I just haven't been able to because of that, basically. So yeah, if you do want to follow on Twitch, there's a link in the description to go and do that as well. Oh yeah, and the Twitch save is going to be Outcast to Icons 2, Electric Boogaloo. It's about time we got round to doing another one of those, but it won't be immediately because we'll have to wait for the big database that comes out that has all the European nations turned on, so we can start from the very, very bottom. I've got some interesting rules and stuff that I want to do with that, but we'll talk about that much closer to the time. So we'll start off with something else just in the meantime to fill the gap until Outcast to Icons 2 can finally start. We'll need a manager for that, but we'll talk about that later down the line. Right, that pretty much wraps this one up. I've tried to make it as concise as possible, but I'm certain I've still gone over like the 20-minute mark. I really hope I haven't. But yeah, I just can't stop talking once I start. So I would say if you've enjoyed this video, drop a like, but what's the point? It's not even a proper video. It's just sort of updating you on kind of where the channel is at the moment. And needless to say, I'm looking forward to FM19, and I hope you are as well. And I will see you guys with another video probably on Sunday, I guess. So yeah, see you guys then. Looking forward to FM19. Hope you enjoy it too. See you soon. Bye-bye.